For years, Nigerians have debated the idea of state police, but under the current constitution, policing sits on the exclusive list, meaning only the federal government can control it. That's why lawmakers introduced House Bill 617, a constitutional amendment that would move policing to the concurrent list, allowing states to establish their own police forces. Supporters argue this will bring security closer to the people, with officers recruited locally and trained to fight local threats. Opponents fear it could hand governors dangerous new powers. Across the world, models already exist. In the United States, each state runs its own police alongside federal agencies. In Germany, state police work with a federal counterpart. And in India, policing is primarily a state responsibility. Now President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has made his position clear.
Well, let's now take reactions to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's declaration that the creation of state police is now critical to strengthening security across the country. The president made the comments on Tuesday during a visit from Katsina State Governor Diko Rada at the presidential villa in Abuja. In his remarks, Tinubu stated that although the country is dealing with difficult security challenges, the problems can be fixed with determination and the right strategy. Well, let's take a look before we take some reactions.
I've been looking at the security situation more carefully. I've seen civilian JTF, or what you call it, to react to the security challenges, find so many creative ways you people have been going to protect the neighborhood and communities around you. And that has provoked my thinking about, state police. Again, politics apart. We can discuss with the National Assembly leadership to really, look at critical path to that again.
All right. I mean, the state governors have also been advocating for the state police. It's good and it's quite reassuring to see that the president is actually, at this moment, backing the idea. Let me take Temi Tokwe's tweet. And he wrote, if there's going to be state police, then devolution of power must happen. Let states pay their police salaries from the proceeds they see in their states. I like that point. You can't create state police without devolution of power. A police in Lagos or Rivers should earn more than the one in Yola, right, Rufai? Another tweet is from Femi. They wrote, absolutely. We've been clamoring for this for long. The local people know their own people and state very well. Let them police their own affairs. Each state should recruit individuals from their states, send them to the federal government police college for a mandatory training. After the training, they obtain a police license. Then they go back to their states as police officers to be managed by the state governments. The federal government can then have specialized policing teams for crime investigation and for deterrence. Dr. Vati, what do you make of this? I mean, I do like the idea of devolution of powers as well. I mean, I think that that is really the way to go.
Okay, let's start as follows. This is not new. I made a point earlier on that since 2014 National Political Conference, state police was one of the recommendations of that political conference under the Jonathan administration. But of course, when President Buhari got there, he set it aside. He said it was not an issue, complaints about the conclusions of that report, about the composition of the National Political Conference. That was that. But when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu got into office, he, having been an advocate and having written a book on federalism, said, okay, let us revisit the issue of state police. In 2024, a committee was set up to revisit the matter. That committee was led by the Vice President Kashim Shettima. Now, by January this year, we were told that all the state governments had already signed up to the idea of state police. We discussed it here. Many people say, oh, it was an idea that the time had come. Now, various states, they were supposed to submit their reports, their own, framework as to how that can be worked out. Now, the deadline given to them was, I think, March 2025. As at March 2025, only 20 states have submitted their own reports. So you don't even see the commitment on the part of the states. So now President Tinubu, meeting a delegation from Katsina State, says he's committed to the idea of state police. What will be required? Now the background lies in constitutional reform. Section 215 says, 214, Section 214 says that there shall be only one police force in Nigeria. So that's where the point about devolution of powers comes from. That for you to have state police, you have to amend that Section 214. Section 215 of the same constitution says expressly that only the president of Nigeria can give directives to that sole police force of Nigeria. So unless you do all of that, the governors are powerless. That's why a governor, of Zamfara State will say, well, I can solve the problem, but he does not have the powers.
Right.
That's why an ordinary police sergeant, or what was his rank, will tell Governor Sanwo-Olu of Lagos that I don't take instructions from governor. I take instructions only from my organs on top. So these are the issues that are involved here. But the state governors, they say they want to control security in their states if they are so empowered. In other jurisdictions, in America, where you came from.
Well, from where?
You came from America.
My originality is
they have National Guard. They have, marshals. They have all this. In a federal system. So that's why the whole issue is about constitutionalism, control, power sharing, and also, the will on the part of the government.
But we are seeing that the president is aligned with this idea of devolution of power and that sort of federalism, and saying that he backs the state police.
It's not for you to talk about it.
I know, but it's great that he's talking about it. I'm just saying, but hopefully it will go through that constitutional amendment, because this is really what we need. For these people, like you see in the tweets, they're saying the states have control of the people, and if they have control of the people, they know the people that they can recruit, and they're able to govern their states, and we are able to hold them to account.
A constitutional amendment, a historical shift, and a new experiment in Nigerian security. If state police succeeds, it could finally bring officers closer to the people they serve. But if mishandled, it risks politicization and uneven safety across the Federation. The world is watching, and so are Nigerians. Should Nigeria follow the path of countries like the US, Germany, and India, or stick with a single federal force? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and do not forget to like, share, and subscribe.